here comes Vybz Kartel. I really want to wait. We got another couple minutes before Dwayne start. And see, I don't want to get in the conversation until him come on about Vybz. And I know everybody feels strongly about it. Like I said, Colleen, give me your opinion on the whole Vybz Kartel situation, because some people are say, oh, them just a hate from Vybz and a Vybz and just a beat Vybz. But this is not only about Vybz. Vybz is the center, the centerpiece, but the conversation now is like a trillion times bigger than just Vybz Kartel.
Old time people used to say, what sweet nanny goat a go run him belly, so simmer down. People, you don't know. F around and find out. I don't know what to say. This is a far for moment. F around and find out. Trinidad, them F around and find out. The promoters F around and find out. And Kartel a F around and them a find out. Everybody a F around and them all a find out. It's sticky. The fallout, people. The fallout. The breeze falling everywhere. People are bare things are going on what are going. And we are here to talk about some of it. Now understand this, people. I am not here to play the blame game. Who to be blamed? Trinidad, the government, the authorities, the promoter, Vybz Kartel. I don't know who is to be blamed. But at the end of the day, everybody played a role. And if you play the role, then hey, if the cap fit, let them wear it. Just in case you've been living under a rock or something. I don't know. You never know. Some people, them live under a rock. Them stick them head in the sun. Them act like some ostrich. Like them don't know what going on, what are going. So Vybz Kartel was booked for the big concert in Trinidad as the headliner. Like a Vybz Kartel show. Like a Freedom Street in a Trinidad. After all, Vybz Kartel first show out of prison was supposed to be in Trinidad. So this music festival was centered around Vybz Kartel as if I'm first show out of prison. So obviously the fans them, they're excited. They want to see Vybz Kartel. They might buy them ticket, sold out concert, be things are going on what are going, right? But then Vybz Kartel not turn up. No Vybz Kartel at the show. Him pull out of the show. Say him not get a whole line money. And imagine this, people. The money we him charge 1.35 million USD. Them say the man get 950,000 out of it. Plus lawyers got 150. Me not understand. Plus me I hear say all the ticket company advancing about 80 out of it. So that look like almost the whole of the money was paid before the concert, before the day of the concert. So why Vybz Kartel decided not to show even though he got such an exorbitant amount of money, I have no clue. All I can say it's a F around and find out moment.
So the number is 718-785-5760. Again, 718-785-5760. Please give us your opinions on this situation. Let us know what you think. And also, anybody that's out abroad, you can give us a call at 347-688-3106. Again, 347-688-3106. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
I know you work with a lot of people from all over the place, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you heard a bunch of opinions too.
Of course.
And I've had people fight me, like literally argue with me over this whole Vybz Kartel thing. Very, very strong sentiment about this whole Vybz Kartel.
Well, you tell me what they say, and let me see if I agree or disagree on it.
So the first argument that came up was contract versus who cares about the contract. And see, we didn't start the conversation because here is Dwayne.
Oh boy, people. The thing about ultimatums, you see, when you play hard and people, it works both ways. This is why me never run out and touch a Kartel. Me never beat him feet because here we go on. Trinidad was playing rough with Kartel. Them must say them no want you do this interview ya. Them no want you talk to the youths. Them no want you this. Them no want you that. Rightfully or wrongfully so. The point is this: they were playing rough with him. So if them are ramp rough with him and him ramp rough back with them, well, guess what? That's the F around and find out that I'm telling you about. Because it's It's up to them. It's up to Trinidad how them deal with Vybz Kartel. He's a guest in them country. So if them want to tell him how him can this, how him can move around, where him can do interviews, who him can talk to, this, that, and the third, they can do all of that, rightfully so. But then now it's up to Vybz Kartel if him not get the full payment under his contractual obligation to say, well, Andy, me not show up because I was contractually obligated to get this amount of money before turning up and I did not get it. So what? Y'all forfeited the money that y'all sent to me. So guess what? Wanna find out now. So I can't blame Kartel. Them ramp rough with him and him a ramp back rougher with them. Rougher and tougher. But who are lose out in this situation? Trinidad, the country is losing out because revenues lost. You understand? Tourism, people are flying. Whole heap of jobs, whole heap of thing attributed to the concert never go out figure. Whole heap of money we make from the concert never make. Whole heap of taxation and stuff that would have been paid off, the money that benefited from the concert, that never happened because, you know, so the authorities, them lose out. Promoter lose out big time. The fans, them lose out big time. But at the same time, the fans, them F around and find out too. The fans they effed around because a lot of fans I say screw the government, screw the authorities and them boost up Kartel. Them same fans they boost up Kartel. So when Kartel get the battery in and back and I say me I go ramp back rough because the fans them have me back. Guess what? All who buy them ticket and can't get them refund on a ball, una F around and find out too. And I know, some of y'all, oh, you know, beat Kartel, yo, DNR, you made the man get away with murder. He already did, duh. But obviously, who's the victim in this situation? The fans, the promoter, Kartel, the government? Who is the victim? I don't see any victim. At the end of the day, them a put money in a Kartel pocket. Them a boost him up. So guess what? F around and find out. Besides, obviously, people, all of them know Kartel and them line up for either work with him or support him. So if him not care about them, him not care about the fans them in Trinidad. If he did not, if a DJ Azim Palmer did not see it valuable to actually go and perform for his fans in Trinidad, why should I care? Why should I care? I care zero. The fact is this, the fans them lose out, Kartel get him money, Kartel say him not pay it back, the promoters them a ball, everybody a look left and everybody a look right. At the end of the day, who did that support Kartel? No, the same fans them. So guess what? Them get what them get and them don't get upset. All who a ball and a run to company and I want refund. Shut up.
The conversation of the days and weeks that have passed is Kartel, and now here we are in a different light. Now, Dwayne, when it first came out, the argument I was getting was when contract versus breaking the contract. That was the argument. Now the argument has evolved to bigger than Vybz Kartel. Now it's looking at foreign exchange. In Trinidad, it's looking at criminal activity with regards to foreign exchange in Trinidad. We're looking at things like artist fees and prices. We're looking at arena shows and the livelihood of live concerts and dancehall on a whole. To be honest, it's that big of a conversation now. It kind of, Vybz Kartel is in the center, but the conversation gets so much bigger that, whoa. So, I mean, I see it. Anybody who thinks it's about Kartel on a small-minded, y'all got to get out of that. It's bigger than that.
Yeah.
So I'm going to pass it over to you.
You know, for you mention Kartel name, boy, I tell you, the fans, them, they're very touchy, you know. Anytime, it no matter what light me mention Kartel name, you know, some SYM are going to come very shortly.
Yeah.
I not just Vybz Kartel fans in a brother. Remember good enough. If you mention Alkaline, remember whole pa SYM I reach you to, you know. Remember good enough Carbon. Remember good enough, bro. If you mention Young Lad, you get it too, you know, bro. If you mention Papi, I see him thing. Bro, when you have hardcore fans fully done so, fully belligerent one night time. Fully dark out one night time, non grata. So if you come and attack, you get it. It's not even the fact say you attack good or attack, but the fact say you attack and enough attack if you lock off. I say go on night time them. I mean, I get a lot of SYM whether I talk about Kartel or not, good or bad. You go have him fans them where I say you DNI, you boy, you know for your benefit, you know for you get no views, you know for you get no comment, no likes, you are straight disrespect you forget. And I understand. I fully understand. Copacetic, man, it's all good.
You know, but I am I am big on contracts. So I am big on contracts, right? So I definitely feel like all parties should honor contracts. I'm big on that. But there's another layer to it outside of the contract and the business, which I guess been around Beanie Man, which I've seen him done this many times. It thing no really work right, but him still show up for the fans them. I've seen him done that multiple. I mean, I compare Beanie and Kartel again. We just have to give the dynamics, right? So yeah, sometimes you can give and take as an artist. Sometimes, not all the time. Especially if you have a relationship with a promoter, you can give and take, right? Like, yo, let me do this for the fans, them, and then we can work out. We can fight it out afterwards, right? Yes, that dynamic
right there.
And I totally understand where you're coming from, Dwayne Carbon. I get it, bro. But here what the issue, Mr. Morris. The problem is this. They were playing rough with Vybz Kartel. Speaking of Trinidad and Tobago, they were playing rough with Kartel. So if Kartel want to be a stickler for the contract and say, look, the promoter them breach the contract, me now forward because them breach the contract. I mean, recently he had an issue with the show in Costa Rica where they did not allow him entry. So they played rough with him. So Vybz Kartel, I said, look, yeah, hey, if the thing now above board, me not even now waste my time flying, because I was stuck in the airport for a while over there in Costa Rica and I was denied entry. If the government around prof, the man approved the thing and I said, look here, if everything is not above board, contractually, me now forward. After all, them a deal with me rough already, so me I go deal with them rough. Them a deal with me fine teeth, comb style, them a comb through everything, so guess what, me I do the same. So I understand from Vybz Kartel perspective. I also understand from the promoter's perspective where the promoter said, look, me get this amount of money. You know say it's a problem trying to get it to one account in a timely manner. You have to oversee the situation. You say you want the money in a one account by this time. I got you like 90%, 85% of the money. So you with me, I say, brother, work with me now. Work with me. I say it go hand in hand. But yo, Kartel not having none of it. He's not having none of it, bro. I can sit here and say, oh well, Kartel, you have to think about the fans them, and remember the fans them that them up here, them a supporter, them want to see you, and Ray, and this and that, Kartel do better man, and that. Spill milk, that gone already, brother. That gone already. The man never show up. The concert get F, and the people them want their money back. That's how we there right now. It stink, it's sticky, it dirty. And going forward, it's a black hype on dancehall, a black hype on the whole music industry, a black hype on Trinidad. The promoter Vybz Kartel, it don't look good, It don't look good going forward.
Okay.
You say you're a stickler for the contract, but you understand what fan equity means.
Yes.
And, there's no fan equity greater than Kartel. If you guys don't know what I mean by fan equity, it means the fans buying into you, period. Yeah. In anything you do, right? Your loyalty of your fans and what they give to you in return. Kartel is the quintessential picture of fan equity, right? So for that, he got paid 90% of his contracted fee, right? Mm-hmm. He got paid $900 and something million, $950. The legal team got $150, right? Yeah. We're looking at more than 90% of the fee being paid. And would it have been enough for him to just say, yeah, man, we do it, even if he was to say, let's do
call up, please hold
1 hour. But not explain the thing. I said, people, certain things are going on like 1 hour, because somebody said the whole of Trinidad would have broke down if he came and just did an hour.
Yeah. As me said, it is a personal decision. Like he's not wrong on a legal level. You could have probably said on a what's the word I'm looking for? I'm not sure what I'm not thinking of a word I'm looking for, but I mean ethical.
Yeah, ethical can apply, ethical, yeah, but I think the word you're looking for is moral. Morally, you can say, boy, Cartel, you get about 80% of the money. Think about the fans, think about the business, think about the promoter, you know, think about the overall aspect rather than just your feelings and your pocket alone. Just think about the bigger picture. And if you don't come through, what is gonna happen? The fallout, or it's gonna destroy the show, or everything will fall apart, right? One domino and everything starts to fall down. So Cartel knowingly decided to pull out, knowing the domino effect, knowing that the farmer, none of them people that will buy no ticket, no come for come see no Sizzla, no Chronic Law, nobody. Them buy ticket for come see Cartel. The fact of the fact. 90% of the people that will buy ticket buy for come see Cartel, and Cartel know this. Cartel know this. So when him pull out, him know the implications. Him know what him do, and he did not give a F. He did not give 2 F. You have to be a special kind of person for do that, you know. A special kind of person for do that. You have to be narcissistic, dark and malevolent on a level for know, say, brother, you get that amount of money and you know the situation and you know, say, the people, them. Bro, yo, the man could have forward out and do 30 minutes. All what about if him did do 1 hour, the people, man cut the crap. Him could have forward out and do 1 hour and cut. Them could have said, oh well, some technical difficulties, the authorities, them shut it off, whatever. A regular show get locked off. So him could have forward and do a 30-minute or 1 hour performance. He did not even have to do the full set. But he chose not to show up at all, and I find it very ridiculous. And no, I am not contradicting myself, whether in my previous video or this video, I am not contradicting myself. The dynamics, the nuances are quite unique because you have to pay attention to the obvious fact that the majority of people came to see him. So for example, Alkaline with the Roy Wilkinson Park show, when he must say, okay, he got 50% before the event and 50% was supposed to be paid to him before he go on stage, and he did not get that 50%. So him say, take on the money back, me not perform. But pay attention, he gave back the money. He gave back the money, so that's the first thing you have to pay attention to, you know. Alkaline gave back, he refunded back what he was paid. So it's not a case where him keep the money. Also note, Alkaline was not the headliner. He was not the headliner. It was not a show centered around him. So for example, if Alkaline was booked for Sons, and then him a say, yo, Ray this and that, and him not show up, then it would have been on him because it's centered around him. It would be like a new rules type event centered around Alkaline. You know it's his fans. The majority of the people coming there is his fans. And if he decided, well, he's not gonna perform for those fans because of what? Him never get paid 20% of the money. Like, that would have look away upon him. I have been to Alkaline shows where Alkaline and his team actually depend on them pocket and spend extra money to make sure Alkaline can perform because them run behind time and stuff like that. So, for example, the Mount Vernon show, right? They were over an hour behind time and them have to pay for extra time to make him perform. And when you have to pay for extra time, we are talking about the firefighters, the city, you have to pay for everything, you know. You see me, ambulance, everything, you have to pay for everything, not just the booking time. It encompasses everything, the police, them, the firefighter, them, everybody outside of the trafficking, a police thing, everything involved. And you have to pay for that. And I say Alkaline, them dip in them pocket and pay for extra time, more than one event. Why do they do that? Because they're trying to facilitate, make sure that the fans them happy. So it overs that. So when it comes to Vybz Kartel show now, well, it's not a Vybz Kartel show, but it is slated like a Vybz Kartel show. So the majority of the people them are come, they are Vybz Kartel fans. So when him don't show, him a disappoint the fans them people them, not just the promoter, not just the country, but his fans. So I totally understand all sides of it. I get the nuances of it, people. So yes, me I say, boy, kind of ridiculous, but me still now, you know, deal with Kartel away because at the same time, Trinidad and Tobago was dealing with Kartel rough. So if he want to ramp rough back with them, that's his choice. It's effed up, nonetheless. Kartel F up for what him do, but him not wrong for what him do. I feel him choice.
On an ethical basis, from could I say, yo, here what as me say, me get some money and me no need whatever I'm owed. I don't need it, so me can turn up for the people. right? So as me say, he's not legally in the wrong, because if me agree for $10, I'm gonna get the $10. Me
Right.
cannot turn up, right? Legally, but
Black and white terms,
yes,
he is
black
good.
and white terms,
But
he's
as
good.
you know, we don't live in a black and white world. It's always gray.
That's
And
true.
I personally would have liked to see a return on getting 90% of their money. I thought it would have been, regardless of what the relationship you and the promoter have, I would have liked if that was enough to give back to the fans and maybe save a relationship with other promoters and kind of save a relationship between you and the whole of Trinidad, personally, for me.
True.
Boy, oh boy, people, seriously, we have to talk about that part, you know. How who write the contract? A Cartel and him team write the contract and give the promoter. Because if the promoter, I book the artist, or the promoter if you give the contract, so the promoter supposed to stipulate, say, if this and that now happen this time and that time, and everything fall through or whatever the case is, this amount of money has to be refunded back. So if the artist say, alright, me get 950,000, me not get the rest, and me not show up, then it's on to the artist to give back a certain percentage of the money they were paid. Say for example, 35%, 55%, 65% of the money paid is to be returned back if they're forfeiting the show. So me no overs or Cartel them a hold on on the money unless the contract no stipulate the return policy. And what kind of promoter? Jacko Wagwan Deso. What kind of promoter writing contract and not have the stipulation for the return of the money if the thing fall through? Me no overs at all. What if Cartel had gotten sick? What if, rain, storm, accident, airport shutdown, whatever the case is, what if he was not able to make it? Would you not get any money back? Would the fans not get any money back? I'm trying to figure out what was implemented to protect, safeguard against these possibilities that actually transpired where Vybz Kartel did not turn up. So what held Cartel to him actually showing up or returning back the money? What is there in the contract? I would love to see this contract because this is heights of madness. The fact that we are talking about if Cartel return money or not, we should be talking about the contract that says Cartel is supposed to return 75% of the money if he does not show up on the day. That should be obvious in writing. That should be out there circulating and say, well, under the contract it stipulates that Cartel is supposed to return this amount of money to be enforced by law by the courts. So me no overs people, me can't comprehend what go on here, so what's the complication? What the argument? What the promoter ball about? What you ball about? If you have a contract and Cartel, if him no show up or whatever the case is, he's supposed to return back a certain amount of money. Then what the problem? A matter of fact, you can even sue Vybz Kartel because he knew for a fact that the majority of the fans that are coming to the show are his fans. His failure is, Jano star, Jano. You can actually make a case in court, that Cartel sabotage the show, big time, It don't necessarily mean say you would win the case, But at the end of the day, it's an argument to be made because Cartel damn well knew what he was doing. He knew exactly what he was doing. He knew the catastrophic events that would fall out after. He knew, but he still did not care.
True, and I don't think anybody can debate that. As me said, just looking on it by face value, there might be more to this. There might be more layers that we're not aware of.
Oh yes,
You understand? And two, me can see this turning left easily, where it can be a simple phone call. Yo, member say, yo, you owe me 50 grand, where money there, and a man say, yo, but me pay you this, and the whole ego gets in play and it just go left. You understand? So there might be multiple layers to this that we are not aware of. Because to be honest, like so much money, me find it hard to say Cartel just decide to not turn up. I feel like there's more.
Of course there is more. There is always more. It's deeper than we think, obviously. Cartel make a very... People, we are talking about 950,000 US dollar, We are talking about 1 million. A man willing for forego or, me no know, capture a million. Me even know what him really do, what him really depend. So 1 million hard on the line, and a man make a decision say him nah go. Bro, just think logical. All a man have to do jump on a plane, go to the show, perform for a couple hours, and everything good. And the man make that decision, a conscious decision for not, no. That different. Something mafia go on.
Like so much money, me find it hard to say Cartel just decide to not turn up. I feel like there's more that went on behind the scenes
Right.
that we are not privy to.
So, of course, rumor mill is going high. It's very hard to disseminate rumor from reality. Indy Allen, one of my bonus artists. Indy, good evening. Janice Gisek, good evening to you too. I'm trying to pick out fact from fiction, which is gets harder and harder, which is another thing, right? Is that we are getting news from everywhere and everybody takes everything as truth. Nothing is verifiable anymore. Whatever me say, well, such and such, so I saw it go, if it fits your narrative.
Yeah.
So we've officially heard that there are police inquiries and there is that the FBI has been called in to look into the matter. The Minister of Finance is looking into not Vybz Kartel. This is not about Vybz Kartel. This is about the availability of foreign exchange, which TNT is supposedly low on. So if you're low on foreign exchange, we get $1 million for give a man $1 million in essence. And then I heard there's other criminal activity with one of the promoters where, and this is rumor mill I'm hearing because I can't substantiate it, that there was another 4 million and like we didn't get all of this money, right?
Yeah, may I be honest with you? I don't have conversations about those things because first of all, it's speculation. That's one. Plus, when it come on to legal things, I'm not an expert in that field. So I will always leave those conversations alone.
Exactly. And this is all, again, let me say it, rumor mill. I don't know nothing about this. This is something I pull up on social media and I see it out there. So me no know.
Social media, one of the worst places to get information from.
Absolutely, which is why we need to verify.
You have to verify it, son. I think one layer that I'd like to add to this is
a whole heap of things attack people, whole heap of things, whole heap of rumors as the lady saying about. Me not too delve into that, you know, cause me no know nothing about nothing for your chat. Me no know about no gangs, no badness, no illegal, no illicit money. Me no know nothing about nothing for your chat. We just watch and see what go on. The authorities them say them a look, see where them find fact finding mission and all these things. As far as like foreign exchange money and stuff, me no offers. Me no understand. If you have the money, you have the money. It's either the promoter and him links them have the money or they did not have the money. Well, clearly they had the money because they made the transfer. Where them get the money from, that's a different argument. That's something where the authorities have to go investigate. The man them goodly have them good money or them have them dirty money. I don't know.
Drama, lawsuits, and cancelled performance. The One Caribbean Music Festival has gone from one of the most anticipated events in the region to a full-blown disaster. Vybz Kartel pulled out at the last minute, other artists followed, and now the ticketing company is threatening to sue the event promoters. Let's break down exactly what went wrong and who's to blame, and what this means for fans and organizers.
All right, people. So we have Humans of Jamaica deal with the thing right now. You can go over there and check out the channels, Humans of Jamaica. You just type that in on YouTube. 1-3. So he might give you a rundown of what really are going right now. He might read out the article and thing. So make we see what going and what are going.
First up, the Money Island e-tickets, the platform used to sell tickets online, says it advanced 80,000 US to Vybz Kartel directly from ticket sales. They are now demanding that money back from the event promoters, Jacko Entertainment. In total, Island e-tickets says they collected over 119,000 US in ticket revenue, but they're holding on to that money to handle all the refunds and chargebacks coming in from angry fans.
All right. Mathematics now, people. So they advance 80,000 USD to Vybz Kartel. Okay. Interesting. They've collected what, 119,000? Okay. So that's a difference of what, 39,000? Okay, we are do the mathematics now, So them want back money, but they collected 119,000 that they have not refunded back to anybody yet. But them a demand say them want 80,000 from promoter. So my question, did they give the promoter the advance or did they give it directly to Vybz Kartel? Was that 80,000 a part of the 950,000 or was that separate? Me no too know. We need more information on that one day.
So far, they are already seen more than 68 chargebacks and over 200 emails requesting refunds. And get this, they're even eating the cost of the non-refundable processing fees themselves.
Hold up. How much you think it them cost? If them have 68 chargeback, are we talking about like couple $100, $400-$500? You know what I'm saying? Does it make sense? It add up. Me not too sure what go on here say no. 68 chargeback, non-refundable fees, this and that. I don't think the 68 chargeback even add up to 20,000 still, much less 39,000, much less the 80,000 on top of that. So me not really know what the ticket company I deal with still, But let's continue.
But Jacko Entertainment isn't having it. They hit back with a cease and desist letter demanding that Island e-tickets stop issuing refunds. Why? Because according to their own refund policy, refunds are only supposed to happen if the entire event is cancelled. Changes in performers or venues, not valid reasons under their terms. They're also demanding a full list of everyone who got refunds, how much they got, and why. And they're warning that legal action could be coming if Island e-tickets doesn't stop immediately. So why did Vybz Kartel back out? His team says it was due to a breach of contract. Details are still murky. Whatever went down was serious enough for him to walk away from the show entirely. And when Kartel pulled out, other major acts like Sizzla followed. Sizzla later claimed he only got 10% of his payment and was basically ghosted by the promoters while waiting in his hotel room. Ouch. The result, a poorly attended event, a ton of disappointed fans, and social media full of complaints about the missing artists and lack of organization.
I don't even know if it's this sound like a do show, a party show, sound like a bunch of garbage. Cause yeah, say poorly attended event. I mean, I don't even know if it's was it gonna be a fully attended event? Maybe this whole debacle is because tickets weren't selling like that. Me no understand. Like, it's kind of weird for years say it was a poorly attended event. I know like the fans them actually turn up. So if them buy them ticket and them don't turn up, interesting. Spooky dookie people, spooky dookie. So Jacko Entertainment I call out the online ticket company. I say, well on, we not talk about refund. Uno not done make it known say uno only refund. Uno policy is to refund if the concert is cancelled totally, but the concert was not cancelled. You understand? So how not the refund and stuff like that, boy people. As me say, that music festival was slated around Vybz Kartel. So and around Sizzla and nobody else. So obviously who want pull out, go and pull out. But if Kartel pull out, then we have a problem. So I think that is cause for actual refund. That's my personal opinion. And I think ethically, business wise, they should refund the people them.
Island e-tickets even advised the promoters to cancel the show when they realized how many acts were dropping out. But the show went on, and now they're dealing with the consequences. Island e-tickets is citing their merchant service agreement, which they say gives them the right to hold back funds, demand repayment for artist advances, and issue refunds at their discretion if customer complaints or chargebacks become a problem. They have warned if they don't get their money back, they're ready to take legal action, including suing for damages and compound interest. Meanwhile, the Caribbean Music Festival organizers have gone quiet. They released a statement saying that they won't be making any more public comments and that all questions should go to their attorney. They're clearly preparing for a legal battle. Even the Trinidad and Tobago government is now paying attention.
The concert might have passed, but the place I get hot. Place I get hot. Lawsuit here, lawsuit there. People are threatening for sue. People want their money back. Compound interest and basing thing. Me I say, okay. Boy, that one is sticky, ladies and gents. That one is really, really gone. A real doodoo show still. Turn out to be a real doodoo festival.
The finance minister is raising eyebrows over how the promoters were able to access nearly $1 million in foreign exchange, and the acting commissioner of police says there will be a fact-finding investigation into what really happened behind the scenes. This whole situation is a mess. Money lost, artists upset, fans let down, and now lawsuits on the horizon. Is this just poor planning, or is there something deeper going on behind the scenes? We'll keep you updated as the story unfolds. Be sure to like, subscribe, and drop a comment.
Alright, that, you see me? Big up yourself, humans of Jamaica. You don't know continue the great work. Ladies and gentlemen, you don't know say dancehall news and reviews. I'm the captain of the Vulture Squad. I came, I saw, I vultured that. What you do right now, I tell me on the views and perspective in the comments, do the right thing. Wanna see and hear all of that. Won't have to say, Gaza fans, all listeners, everybody, won't have to say, share on the views and perspective. I'm out.